Boy, there's somebody who should be pretty upset. You seem awfully happy.
Just going with the flow. Hey, I gotta get up to campaign headquarters. You coming?
Do you mind if I stick around a while? Maybe you can improve my attitude?
Sounds like a challenge. Good luck. Thanks again, Jack.
Anytime, Patrick. So, what's the big problem? You run out of peanut butter uptown,
The last thing I need is to be treated like a kid.
Sorry.
The last thing you need is a bad-tempered kid interrupting your work. What are you writing?
Well, the lead paragraph's about Jill's press conference, but then it's Jill and Frank and Charlotte Greer.
Is there anyone not consumed by that epic?
News is news.
What's new? We all stand by and watch while Frank acts like a bonehead and Mother spends most of her time worrying about him.
While the most wonderful, deserving, interesting Ryan, who also has her share of pain, doesn't get any attention at all.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you.
Hey.
I was just daydreaming.
Oh, what?
Did you ever play Giant Steps when you were a kid?
Giant Steps. Oh, that's the one where you say, may I?
Mm-hmm, that's it. And I know what touched it off. You mentioned something about torture. And before you were saying the most wonderful, deserving Ryan, and I automatically thought Mary. And I just had this flash of Mary and me and the rest of us playing Giant Steps in front of the Coleridge house. You know how it's played, don't you? Somebody's it, and, well, Mary was usually it, and that person tells all the other players, you may take so many such and such steps. And there's baby steps, and there's giant steps, and there's scissor steps, and there's umbrella steps, and Dee was crazy about the umbrella steps. And we had these really Baroque variations. I remember Patty had invented this one step that he called the banana step, which was a step where you stepped and you slid. Why do I feel that I'm still operating this way? Well, anyway, Mary always called the shots. She'd say, Siobhan, you may take 3 giant steps backwards. But the number that she really loved to pull was, go back, you forgot to say may I. Because she knew better than anyone how much that went against the grain for me. Oh, I really miss Mary lately. She could have really given it to Frank. Ma would have let her.
You know what's going on, Siobhan? You got a bad case of baby sister. You're not 8 years old, Mary's not 10, and telling you what to do.
No, but Frank can still do no wrong, and I can do no right.
Cut it out. It's a setup. It's a perfect excuse for getting nowhere.
Jack, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just so grouchy all the time.
You feel rotten, you don't want to whine, so you're grouchy.
And I hate what is happening to Frank and not being able to do anything about it.
And also you miss Joe.
My life is not defined by Joe.
Okay. But you love it. How's work? New partner.
I haven't been given an assignment yet, but I'm pushing papers and waiting to hate him.
Oh, the positive approach.
Well, pardon me. Maybe you can give me some pointers. How to be cheerful in times of adversity. Yeah, you're right. I miss Joe. And I don't know how to conduct my life. Not that he would be telling me, but I don't know how to make choices when there's no framework. Sure. Yeah, I miss Joe.
I know about that.
At least you know where Mary is. Check. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Just forget I said that.
It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not.
Diggity, it's okay. It's okay. Also, it's true. A banana stem.
Backwards. Oh, well, I think I'm going to go home now. Maybe I can figure out a way to talk to Frank decently.
It's a good idea.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go back to work, and then I'm going to make dinner and wait for Lee.
Have a nice evening. Please.
I will.
Everybody.
Well, I sent the temp home early. Everybody else is at campaign headquarters, I guess.
So why aren't you?
Well, I like it here. It's peaceful.
Maybe I ought to move in with you. Never seen your mother quite so low.
You know, Don, I'm not asking anything from anybody. As far as I'm concerned, everybody can mind his or own business and just leave me to mine.
The Ryans are each other's business, right? You of all people know that. Hey, look, it's not my place to issue orders or to give advice when none's asked for, but I gotta tell you where I stand. And you have the right not to listen, huh?
No. I'm listening, Don.
Good. And believe me, you're not the only person I'm going to speak to. Seems to me this family has to loosen up, has to open up. You know what I think's been going on around here?
No, what's that?
I think everybody in this family has been breaking his or her back to support you.
Oh, that's a unique interpretation.
No, I mean it. Ever since Charlotte Greer appeared out of nowhere and did her dirty work, all our attention, all our energy has been focused on you.
You really think so? Siobhan, barging in at that beach house just when we were about to break Charlotte, you call that support?
Siobhan was just trying to protect you, and you know that, and in her own way, she's still trying. And Pat was trying, too, earlier on, when he had some doubts about Charlotte's story. And so was I. Now, look, if I made you feel then that I doubted you, I'm sorry about that, Frank. But I am doubting you now. Not about the lies that Charlotte Greer's been spreading about you, but about the way you're handling it. Look, son, your mother and I brought you kids up to be independent, make your own choices. But not where those choices meant hurting other people.
You know, Dad, there is something I've always meant to ask you. And that is, how do these principles jibe with don't get mad, get even?
Well, maybe they don't. Always. But I think the key word here is even. Even. As in being fair. The question you have to ask yourself now is, are you playing fair, huh? The woman you love is running for Congress. You want her to win. Does going after Charlotte Greer now help that any? Does it help the relationship you're trying so hard to build, huh? Together. God knows the relationship's had its troubles in the past. Now, how about the rest of us standing by, watching you barge in, looking for trouble, which is Charlotte Greer's middle name, when you could be wiping the slate clean, starting over? Now, we could support that. We would support it. We want to, all of us, Frank. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, you are. You're making a hell of a lot more sense than I have been lately.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks, son. Look, if you're wondering where your brother is at the moment, he happens to be down at Jill's campaign headquarters.
Thanks. I'll walk out there with you.
Come on, sure.